Hi, I'm John Schroeder, and welcome to this latest edition of Casey Clips. A viewer of the video entitled, "How Many Souls Has God Created?" asked a related question. They wanted to know how we souls who are entrapped on the earth can move on with our lives to other realms in time, space, and consciousness. The truth is that no one is keeping us here, but we have effectively forgotten that there is anywhere else to go. Our past selfish actions have inadvertently put us in a self-imposed timeout. The further away we go from fulfilling the golden rule and the great commandment, the more entrapped we become in the earth. How do we get here? I use the analogy of drinking alcohol to explain our attraction to three dimensions. The reason for that is alcohol limits our consciousness to the point where we aren't playing with a full deck, which leads to bad decisions. In our more sober moments, we see how ridiculous we acted, but many of us go on to drink again. That occasional adventure turns into a habit. Then the habit becomes a pattern, and the pattern becomes an addiction. A good cliche explaining why this happens goes like this. We come to expect that which we regularly receive. So what is it that has us addicted to the earth? Initially, we enjoyed the new experience of sequential time and feeling the earth's marvels using only the five senses of the physical body. Over time, we began to identify our limited lives as our reality and kept coming back to it just as an addict does to their substance of choice. To answer the question of how do we break this cycle and move on with our lives, think how an addict overcomes their addiction. In the 12-step program, we admit we can't do it for ourselves and ask for help from a higher power and dedicate our lives to being better people in the future. Now, I made that sound pretty simple. We all know that constantly trying to be a better person is one of the hardest things there is to do in life. What I can do is offer to you what is and still does work for me. It all comes down to the information in this book, used in what are called study groups. The book is entitled A Search for God, and it is based on the Edgar Cayce psychic readings for becoming better people. Why does the study group program work when other things do not? Because it consists of people helping each other using spiritually sound information to meet the challenges we face every day. Here are some chapter titles from the book that let you know what is covered. Cooperation, Know Thyself, Faith, Patience, Meditation, Opportunity, Knowledge, Wisdom, and Happiness. There are 25 chapters in all, each one building upon the others as the group members help each other to be the best they can be and draw the best out of everyone else they contact on a daily basis. Imagine talking through life's challenges with patient, like-minded people who want the best for everyone. Past challenges covered in the study group include, how should we have dealt with COVID-19? What role does politics serve in pursuing our spiritual goals? Should abortions and the death penalty be allowed in our society? How could God be unconditional love, giving all the pain, suffering, and ugliness in the world? If those sound like tough questions, it's because they are. But you would be surprised how much easier it is to discern the truth as it makes the most sense to you by participating in a study group. If you are interested in more information about Edgar Cayce study groups, write to us via email at edgarcayceaz@gmail.com. Joining a group through Zoom, the online meeting program, makes this surprisingly easy. When we hear from you, we'll write you back with a more detailed description of the meeting times available for you to join. To be sure, there are no dues to pay, and we'll even supply a book for you to use if buying one is a financial burden. So, if you'd like to personally discuss spiritual issues in a small group setting with the same people you see on this YouTube channel, namely myself, Steve Bobbitt, and Dora Loera included, send us an email. We'd love to have you join us. That's it for this edition of Casey Clips. Even if you don't have an interest in study groups, you can still ask the vexing questions you have about spiritual topics. Don't be surprised if they wind up in our next video collection of Casey clips just like this one. And remember, God loves you with an everlasting love.